Alright, so just threw the chain on the little electric chainsaw, and I want to give you a quick how to install a chain for a chainsaw. There are a lot of ways to do it. This is kind of an easy beginner approach to putting on a chainsaw chain. If you haven't done it before, you haven't done it a lot, and it's being challenging for you, which is why I'm assuming you'd be watching this video. So here, let me walk you through it. First off, you're going to set down the saw with the nut sides facing up. Then you need your scrunch. On this saw, the scrunch is located up under the bottom. Pretty cool little place. I can't quite get it out with my finger, and it's a tiny scrunch. Scrunch simply means screwdriver and a wrench. It's a scrunch. Now, there should be two nuts pretty much every chainsaw unless it's got some sort of quick change. So first thing you do is loosen the nuts a little bit. Then this screw adjusts how tight the chain is, or how far the bar is out, or how far the bar is in. And you're going to turn it so it moves in. Turn it and bring that bar all the way into the saw, setting it to where the chain would be at its loosest. Finish taking off the cover plate. Nicer saws like a Husqvarna or that kind of thing, these will stay connected to this plate. It's one of the things I don't like about this Milwaukee saw. This Milwaukee saw is great, but that's just one little thing that I'd like to see improved. Milwaukee, if you're listening, make it so the nuts stay on this plate like Husqvarna still do. Alright, once you got the cover off, you take the bar off, take the chain off. Inevitably, you'll have a couple of loops on there. So, it seems all tangled up. What you want to do, you want to work the loops around until they're on top of each other. Once they're on top of each other, they'll just open right up. Now, the chainsaw bar has a label on it with the logo. That is not necessarily up or down. This can go either way. So every time you change your chain, you should turn this over the opposite way that it was, or you'll end up wearing a little notch in the bar where you cut all the time. So turn it over each time. The way it goes on, you want the teeth coming back at the bottom of the saw. Make sure that it moves okay. If it doesn't move okay in here, then you have one of these that's messed up from when it came off, and you need to take a file and just clean off the burr so that you don't damage your bar. Once you got it like this, gloves probably are a good idea. Alright, you're going to take the bar and hold it by the top. That'll leave a little loop at the bottom to fit around the drive socket. Don't put it all the way down on the rail. Instead, hook it on the drive and then pull it up until it falls down into place. Make sure all the drives are into the bar. Then, take your scrunch and tighten the bar, turning that screw so the bar moves that way and the chain becomes tight. Once you do that, it'll actually sit right on the saw and you don't have to fight with it. Alright, then we put the plate back on. There's an important trick here. What you want to do is you want to turn this nut backwards until you feel it give a little pop and sit down flat. That is lining up the threads. If you just put these on over and over again without lining up the threads, you'll end up misthreading them, and then those studs will have to be replaced. So once the threads are lined up, tighten those up, but don't tighten the plate down. Keep it just a little bit loose. While it's loose, that's when you tighten the bar up. So the chain, you can check it by pulling down on it. And depending on what kind of cutting you're doing, most of the time, general purpose cutting, it should be loose from about there to about there to there. When you pull down on it, it should pull out about that far.